Hey everyone, here we are again, America. Deer Hunter DVM here. It's been a while. Just got off the heels of turkey season, and now we're starting some May scouting. And you might ask, well, what in the heck can you find out in May? When you're chasing, when you're chasing big deer, they don't really have much of a rack yet. And that's right. If you look at the herd dynamics and kind of what's going on now, those are just now starting to have fawns. Bucks are starting to really show bachelor favoritism. I still see some. The last couple nights, I've seen some bucks with does, but again, their racks aren't very big yet. Just maybe out to their ears just a little bit. But I'm starting to see more bucks running together, like very consistently, and that's going to continue to really peak once once does have all had their fawns and everybody's nursing babies. But so anyway, you can in May you can find out really a couple of things that really help you, in my opinion, on what to do for next season. For one, you can tell mature bucks right now, right? Like if by now you're chasing mature deer to the level that we try and chase, um, a guy ought to be able to at least identify a mature buck on the hoof with just his main beam started, and looking at body characteristics and trying to get a maturity level on a deer in May is I don't think it's too tricky, but they're they're kind of they're kind of gaining uh, back some of that winter energy still, and some of them may be a little bit bigger or smaller, and it's kind of a funky time to be trying to guess ages. But if you know mature deer, you can spot one. He'll be off by himself, or maybe with another younger buck, and he'll have a bigger frame body and kind of keep his distance and come out only at last. It's little things like that. You can determine that in May, but it's not a given. It's what you really are trying to do with those sightings is just go, yep, I need to come back here and check that in about another month, and start investigating them a little bit further. Um, but you start certainly right now can't identify individual buck traits or a buck rack traits, I should say. One other thing you can learn in May, and it really starts in middle of April for us when we're turkey hunting, but continues through the May month, is you can find buck bedding. No kidding. One of my favorite months to find new beds is April and March, or sorry, April and May, when those bucks are shedding, and all deer are shedding that winter fur that's so dense and coarse, and kind of gray in color for that little thin roan coat that they have in the summertime. So you can find tremendous beds because they're shedding hair like crazy, and that really, in my opinion, helped me the most at learning where mature bucks bed, or just really how to visually pinpoint. I think there might be a deer bed over there in that structure. Like before I really studied all that stuff, and started watching guys like Dan Infalt and stuff, um, I just picked this up as you go forward. Like, man, April and May is a really good time to find bedding, but also be able to use it as visual confirmation from a distance and look at how they use structure or a point or a piece of contour or anything like that. So that's always a good trick for like what I would consider late spring scouting. And then finally, the third and final thing, I think probably you see more benefit in May now, is just you can still see over the corn, but in another month you won't be able to. So anywhere you need to put your eye on, like say you had an encounter with a buck on this certain farm last year, and it's going to be standing corn where you won't be able to visually spy on him. You might be able to catch him in May doing his thing, but again, it's hard to identify individual deer. But if you catch some kind of movement cues while that corn is in, you might be able to capitalize with some trail cameras and try and find him once the corn gets so tall that you can't see. So the other thing, really, what I'm laying out more so is in my mind and in my field notes is just where crops are going to be this year, and where there's going to be a lot of beans, where I can see a long distance, and where I can get in and out of and do those long range observation sits that I really, really like. So those are the May things that I'm doing right now. I'm sorry I've been away from the channel for a little bit. I'm going to try and up the content here in coming weeks and months. And I think probably what I might do is just start doing a real-time video blog instead of doing like highlight hunts like, you know, everybody else has got when it comes to canned shows. I don't know. I may just start doing a straight up vlog where we're just doing this stuff every day and talking about it. But anyway, I'll talk at you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you on the other side.